Welcome to the Corbelang channel. Today, we're going to be doing something I enjoy very much with other toy collectors, sharing my rare finds. Today, we'll be going through my top 10 rarest 80s toys from my collection. Some vintage toys are rare because they are exclusive to certain countries, others because they still have original packaging. And sometimes you find vintage toys that were only available through the mail. There are even rare toys that they just made less of. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you find an old playset made from cardboard or something else fragile. Some small parts and weapons can be hard to find as well, making them rare. I don't usually bother with that because paying over $100 for a light lens for a Cobra hydrofoil or a microphone for lift ticket and heavy metal just doesn't make sense to me. Okay, time to head to the toy room. Take a look. If you don't agree with any of my choices, let me know in the comments.
Okay, first thing I'm going to pull out is my number 10. Don't look. It's not what you're looking at. There. This is what I wanted to pull out and show you. It's still working. GIJoe Crossfire, the number 49. There's a 27 one, I believe. Why won't you focus? There we go. Still with Rumbler with his weapons. Well, weapon and helmet. I've had this thing only out once. I did a video on it, the Crossfire. But yeah, I don't see these things around too often. Let me know if you find this rare, but in Canada I'd never seen one of these till I was an adult. And yeah, that's Footloose's head mold on Rumbler. Also Claymore's head sculpt as well, so kind of see why it wasn't that popular. Wanted to show you the controller too. And still has the back on it. It's a nice close-up of Rumbler. Pretty neat though. Like to have a GIJoe vehicle that you can throw batteries in and drive around with a remote. I would have loved to have this as a kid. There's supposed to be small magnets in the wheels that fall out easily, so best to drive these on smooth roads. Keep in mind, I am just a drywaller. There's a lot of rare stuff out there that I just can't afford. Anyway, the next thing I've been holding on to for a friend from Go Figure. It's a Sector, an obscure toy line that didn't last long, but the reason I'm saying this one is fragile is because it still has the wings and it's still attached to the box, which you don't really see too much. I know it's out there, but like I said, budget. I turned down a set of boxed Sectors for $1,000 years ago. It looked complete, but yeah, regrets. So anyway, next time I see Adam from Go Figure, this is yours. Check out his channel, amazing channel. Wow, beautiful. There it is with the plastic off. The antennas there too are usually all mangled up, but there's the wings. You would push the button and it would bend the wings and flap them. I like the metallic paint on those. Really nice toy line. Next is something I see a lot at the toy shows, but I've never seen it really in the package too often. I see I think they're the 6-inch versions, but not the 3 3/4. And because it's the same toy line, I'm going to bundle this together with another figure from the same toy line. It's the A-Team, carded. There was another set where it came with like a boat and a tent, I think, and, you know, like a bit of a play set, but this was just the figures with their weapons. It's 30 Canadian. But I don't know if this is that rare in the States, but I've just never seen one, so I grabbed it when I saw it. And this is the other thing I put with it, the 12-inch Mr. T. I've seen a lot of these in people's collections, so let me know if it's not that rare, but it seems like all of them are in the box, to be honest. Maybe finding this guy loose is the rare. There's a Mr. T, a talking one too, with a little bit different clothing. My number 7 choice is something I picked up at the Fan Expo in Toronto. It's I've only seen it twice, so to me it was kind of rare. The reason it was extra special was it'd never been used. You can tell someone had just opened it up and then put it under their bed because all the packages inside were all still sealed. Nothing had been like put together or anything, so it was kind of nice. I did a video where I threw it together and ran it for the first time. But if you haven't guessed yet, that's the train set. Released from Tyco. Some nice artwork. If you want to have a closer look, check out the video on my channel. But there you can see the cars there, the locomotive, the oil, flat train, boxcar, flat car, sorry. Caboose, I don't know what else that's called. It's pretty big, that's a big mat. The next, number 6, is an obscure toy line that was a lot like Masters of the Universe. They had a castle too, the Ice Castle. I had a chance to buy that once for 400 Canadian. I turned it down, had the box and everything, to give you an idea how rare it is. But if you haven't guessed already, I have 3 carded Black Star. I had this guy as a kid, the Palace Guard. They all came with a rubber animal, as we called them. So it's like getting a free action figure. And I had this guy as a kid too. This big ugly bee monster. And I'm not sure, I believe the first year they were just regular figures, but then they put this little effect, which I'll show you in a second, which works with sparks, makes their eyes light up. Let's see if I can do this. It has to be a little darker. But that's what they did. There you have it. Okay, number 5 is a toy line everybody's heard of. But, you know, once again, the cardboard packaging never survives. So when you get any of this stuff still in the package, it becomes a little more rare. So, number 5. Boxed and carded Star Wars. In there I have a complete Imperial TIE Fighter, which is kind of hard enough to find. But I got the box. This one here too is the paint. It's in mint condition, but the box is a little beat up. But just having this complete in the box makes it pretty rare and special to me. Next I have a carded C-3PO and R2-D2. It's kind of neat. They are reseals. Once again, I am just a drywaller. But they have the weapons still sealed in the package. The cardboard's still in there. You can see it's in really, really nice shape. Usually the paint's worn off, all those. Oh, the sticker's starting to come off. There's C-3PO. This is the one that comes apart. See all the accessories there still in the plastic. Which for me makes this one very rare. I like having R2-D2 and C-3PO. LGN WF Wrestling Superstars. I have thumb wrestlers, I have carded figures, carded managers, and I'm going to bundle them all together. It's my number 4. I never saw Big John Studd fight very much. He was kind of before my time, but he was in all the toys. Same with the King Kong Bundy. And here, some of my, sorry, gonna get a better, I'll take some pictures, but there's Tito Santana. Oh. Try to get a better picture in there, but there's Tito Santana and Billy Jack Haynes. And I just noticed there's another carded Star Wars that I actually forgot that I had. Thought I gave that away. These are some bootleg finger wrestlers. I had to pick them up. I had some bootlegs when I was a kid. You had to kind of go bootleg if you wanted like Luchador or Ninja, like these guys here from the Wrestler toy line or whatever. these bootlegs. They had masked wrestlers and stuff, and sometimes that was the only way you could get a luchador. Sometimes the ninjas, you know, you knew that there was ninjas out there, but you'd buy these cheap knockoff ones in a fabric costume, you know, all done up. Like I said, I was going to break the G.I. Joe down into categories because I just have so much. So my number 3 is coming from the category of playset or vehicle. And this one is rare because it's a playset and it's made out of cardboard and not many survived. The Missile Command Headquarters. Came with Cobra Commander, Cobra Officer, Cobra Trooper. Straight arm. You could get the Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander with this playset too. It also came with the little cardboard box here. You can put your file cards in. Not many of these have survived either. What's in there? Oh, those are the... Starduster was a mail away. Pretty rare too. And those were the comic packs, the 3 comic packs. Came with that. But I think I'll do another video of my 10 most rare G.I. Joe. Whether that be the figures, carded, international, or vehicles, playsets. I could make a full video out of that. Yeah, this thing's kind of neat. Little chairs in there. And it had the elevator, it went up and down. But like I said, these are so fragile. Mine's got a little tape at the back holding it together. It's kind of falling forward a little bit. I need to kind of pin it up if I need to display it right. I have the figures, but they're put away somewhere separate. One thing I should also mention about this playset is that the artwork was done by Ron Rudat. But there it is, number 3, Missile Command Headquarters. Next one, number 2, has kind of got my head spinning. I did say I would break the G.I. Joe into categories, so number 2 is going to have to be loose figures, as much as number 2 would be a carded international and then another carded international, but like I said, I do one from each category. So number 2 is going to be my loose rare international figures, which I have to leave the room to go do, so hold on. I think we're going to just make number 2 loose rare figures altogether. Some international, some mail away, some domestic. See, like the Cobra Commander Mickey Mouse. It's a rare one to get, and it's from around here. The Starduster. It's another Holy Grail mail away. We got the Steel Brigade. I think I got C and D in there. Silver Pads Grand Slam. He was pretty hard to find. The Listen and Fun Tripwire. Then there's that purple Fun School Tripwire. He was very hard to find. He goes for a little bit more. UK Spirit. Some UK Tiger Force. Brazil. Some other rare ones. The Viper Pilot. The silver Cobra emblem, but the Cobra Trooper mold. It's pretty hard to find. That Snake Eyes with the gray face there, that's Stalker. There's a Kangor. It's like a big boa with a black helmet. That Superman is from India, but on the back of the card on the MOC, it has the other G.I. Joes, so it kind of gets thrown in with these other Joes. And it's kind of cool to have a Superman G.I. Joe, even if it is a cheap one from India. There's Creta Cobra. I can't pronounce it, I'm going to butcher this. Air Puro and Majuto, something like that, for Airtight Shipwreck. Let's see, nice. Hard to find. I have other ones, you know, like Night Force. They're domestic, they're real hard to find. Or maybe they're just really expensive, so they don't move around much. But I would consider them pretty rare too. And like I said, there's plenty. You can go down a rabbit hole and there are many more. There's Blades, I think. There's a Tripwire with the gray one with that writing on his chest. Geez, there's all sorts of... There's a Destro that comes from Action Force that has the skull and bones on his chest. But there's plenty others that I do want to get. I'm not sure. That gray one there is Moonwalker or something like that. Some funky names, but there's a couple gray ones that look really nice done up with their helmets and guns, pew-pews. I kind of spoiled this one with the last one, but what's not more rare than loose G.I. Joe figures? Carded G.I. Joe figures. But I've broken it down, I think, to my two most rare carded G.I. Joe. And if you've been watching my channel, you've seen the one. I've talked about it a lot. You're probably tired of it. But the second out of this category would be my India Fun School Tripwire, which you saw the one loose, which was hard enough to get. But there's one on cards, so that's obviously more rare. And the number one most rare international one, Plastorama. Satan. Yeah. That's the Storm Shadow mold, but with the red mold. That's just one of my favorites, and it's my most rare. It's not why it's my most favorite. I do collect Storm Shadow molds. I have a blue one, Night Viper. That's a mail away. Exclusive from the 82 to 94. But yeah, that's awesome. I'll show you the back. Whoops. Pretty neat. I do a video on this where I translate everything if you wanted to read that. There's an 82 straight arm grunt, pretty hard to find. Got a Cobra Officer. These are some of the older ones. Snake Eyes. There's some Estrella. Some Takara. Plastorama. Those guys are from India. You've probably seen those if you've watched my channel. They're 5 points of articulation, so they don't move at the elbow. They're from India Fun School. Commandos, more Estrella. I thought that was neat to get a cover girl card because she comes with the Wolverine. And yeah, that would be the rarest thing for my collection. And there's some more Fun School from India. Here's some from Russia. Same idea. It's just a cheaper way to get the carded Joes you want if you like the O-ring ones. And yeah, unless you get some of those wacky color ones that are pretty rare. These ones are all pretty affordable. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me in the toy room. I enjoy showing my stuff. Next week, my friend, his toy room's been growing quite a bit. I'm hoping to check out some of the stuff that he's got and do the same idea, like a show and tell.
might remember me from the Cosby Show. You say the darndest things, Ghost Dad and Fat Albert. Hey. Maybe even the pudding commercials. But I'm here to tell you to subscribe to Cobra Lang channel. I don't know what he does, but I owe him a favor from joint, you see. And anyway, you gotta hit that subscribe button like a big voluptuous thing. What do they call it that? You gotta ring that notification bell. And while you're at it, leave it a like. And good things will happen. You don't want to sleep on this, and trust me. When I tell you don't want to sleep on something, you don't want to sleep on something. Hey, hey, hey.